I will not crash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash.
All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago. This crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Washington Redskins. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Hey, what's that?
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there. 56.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch a slap, watch a slap. Watch a slap. Boy, 56. Check 56. You got nothing. Zebra. You got nothing.
Working out of the gun. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards that time for number 19.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Boston Scott, his first carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd and a couple, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings! Stephon Diggs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th-rounder from Stanford. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ready? Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day. Hey, alert 3.
On play action, Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Love. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Down. 50 over the end. There in the middle. 55. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
At the 4-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
I got you. I got you. Mike 55. Get that quarterback.
A first down throw for Cousins. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Cousins now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Here's Scott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Check 55 to Mike. Stop your whining.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. 3rd down here. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Lets it fly for Thielen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. He's coming. Double up, double up.
They'll start the drive with Love here. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
You're trapped, you're trapped. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 50.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Washington.
Ready up. 55. Check 55. Mike. Let's go.
On 1st down, here's Love. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 9, Haskins steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's third down. 3rd and long.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Redskins with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it staring at a 3rd down and 13. Play action. Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Montez Sweat just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Cousins to throw it. Completes it right side to Dodson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 32 on the play.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
55. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Show it up. Show it up. First. He's checking Craig. Wait, time.
To throw is Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Defenses, get out the field, defense.
Cousins now. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, no, easy. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Two.
On play action, Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First down. It's Love, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
From midfield now, Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, third and long.
Wide, get wide. Slam. Check right. Watching you find.
Now Haskins, third and long. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll run on first down. It's Scott, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
56. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, wait that. You don't want my 56.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
We got this.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 52.
Second down, Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
22, he's coming, 22's coming, Mike. All day, baby, all day.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Haskins now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
Like 22, he's coming, 22's coming, Mike. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Boom. Like 22,
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On second down now, it's Thompson. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts?
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on.
Here's Love again. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll get this one way up just. Shy of the 45-yard line.
Get ready.
He was brought down by Trey Williams. A 28-yard gain. And the Redskins first down.
Here we go. Set. Good team running. Good team running.
Here we go. Here we go. Hatchet. Hatchet. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. Order. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
On first down, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Like 20
Here's Haskins. And he fires one incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Haskins. Uncorks one for Davis. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd down, it's Scott. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage just comes through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Matthew Ioannidis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Here's Cousins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Ready? 54. Mike 54. And come on, now. Turn up. Kill.
On 1st down, it's Love. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run with Love. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Check. Watch 54. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Switch. Right there. 54, Mike. Check pass. Hey, watch this.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, flip him. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his rookie tight end. That's Herb Smith Jr. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, I'm coming.
On the carry, this is Scott. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Double time. 3 down.
They go again with Scott. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Mike, where are you? 55. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. Mike, 55. 55. Watch the run.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 38-yard line.
Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Cousins now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Check 43. Good route here.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is caught at the 8. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To the air again, it's Cousins. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Makes it 3rd and goal.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, it's Scott. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
17 yards. First down, Washington.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. This is Love. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 40-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Kill.
Now a big spot for the rookie Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Redskins.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Target. Slant. Kill. Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First down.
Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Corey Davis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. So here are the Redskins now, an important two-point conversion. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Now it's Haskins. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here on second down now. It's Scott. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Jahan, 180! Watch the slant.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Wide. Switch.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. 23 yards on the play. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Cousins. Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown of the night, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
On first and 10, it's Haskins. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Mike 54. Mike 54. 56. Bullet. Half. Bandit. Check.
They go with Thompson again. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. The Redskins on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11.
54. Mark 54. Mark. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the curl. Check. Crunch. Alert 3.
Here we go with Haskins. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over first and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Cousins. Open man downfield. He's got it. It's his running back. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Cousins to throw. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Ready? Hey, eat. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Now Scott. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Vikings, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.